Taurians, this is Debs and this is your reading for mid-June 2026. Taurus, in meditation I saw someone packing up a car, and what felt strange, because you're an earth sign, was that this person packing up the car didn't really know where they were going. They were kind of just deciding to wing it, to explore, to go on a little bit of an adventure. You may be deciding to head off, Taurus, and look at an area where there's a job going. And this is you thinking, God, I never thought that I would have wanted to travel for that particular job. Not sure I like the area, but let's check it out. You're sitting in a very impulsive energy, Taurus, which felt strange because you're all about feeling secure. You really enjoy your routine. This is you embracing a different side of you. And actually, Taurus, I think you're going to be quite excited. It might surprise you. So Taurus, here we go. I don't know why I'm hearing Archangel Uriel. Okay, Archangel Uriel may be supporting you at this time. So here we go, guys. This is the Guardian Tarot. Let's just find out what this is. Yes, Six of Swords. Taurus, you're off on an adventure. You don't know what is going to happen. You don't know how you're going to feel, but you're deciding to go and check something out. Okay, guys. All right. Six of Swords. So Archangel Michael, what do we have for my lovely Taurians, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, mid-June 2026. I'm hearing someone say, I never thought about doing something like that before. Maybe Taurus. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Maybe Taurus, this is to do with your stability, a property, your home. Page of Swords, Four of Wands. You've told yourself a truth. You've told yourself a truth, Taurus, that it's time to look at a situation differently. It's time to jump. It's time to jump. There might have been a harsh truth about the property you live in. It could be you're getting older and you're thinking it's too big, it's too remote. You might have always wanted to live in the countryside, Taurus, but this is you thinking, I just can't do the journey anymore into the centre of town, or there's limited parking. You might be going to visit a property. Four of Wands, Page of Swords, Six of Swords. I'm hearing Virgo. You may be connected to a Virgo, or you may have Virgo in your chart. The reason why you're making this change, Taurus, is because you simply feel as if you're not comfortable with where you are anymore. It just doesn't sit right with you. Okay. Queen of Cups. You're following your heart, Taurus. The Hermit, how strange, Virgo energy. You're following your heart. You've been doing a lot of soul searching about your happiness going forward. You could have Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio as a rising moon or Venus. You're considering absolutely every single angle, and you're ready to step into the unknown. Wow, Taurus. In the past, Taurus, there was a little bit of heartbreak. Okay. In the past, Taurus, something happened which threw you sideways. It could be you got divorced. It could be you found your partner cheating. It could be, Taurus, this is you losing a job. And this is you having to think outside the box. Something happened in the past, Taurus, which was totally unexpected. You had to deal with it. It wasn't easy, but you managed. You're strong. After that time, Taurus, the Hierophant, you thought about a very traditional situation, or you may simply have felt heartbroken about a marriage that was going under, right? Three of Swords, Hierophant. You may have realised in the immediate past, Taurus, that you needed to, I'm hearing the word blur the lines. I'm seeing somebody with a pencil drawing a square, so it's immaculate, it's perfect, but then they're getting a rubber and they're rubbing out part of one of the lines. You might have decided that you needed to shift your eyes further ahead, or you might have decided to spread the net wider somehow. I don't think you did anything about it at the time because you needed to keep yourself in a particular routine in order to get through whatever this heartbreak was. This might have been your sort of saving grace. In your thoughts now, yes, you're looking at options. 7 of Cups. You're looking at options, Taurus. Options for your happiness. Soul searching about the future. In the immediate future, we have the 2 of Pentacles. This is you needing to make a decision. This is you thinking, wow, I'm going to be very busy. It's going to take a lot for me to embrace this. But I think you're ready, Taurus. I don't think you were ready before. I think your mindset was, no, it's going to be too scary. No, it's going to be too much to cope with. Yeah, no, I don't think I want to do that. Taurus, you may feel as if now you don't have any option. It could be you're recognizing your job is so far away, you can't cope with the travel anymore. It could be you're getting older and you're thinking, you know what, I thought I wanted to live out in the middle of the sticks. I really don't want to anymore. I need to be near life. Yeah, I mean, this is something to do with the property and you deciding it's time to think differently. In your fears, guys, the world, yeah, you are fearing, Taurus, a massive change. But you're coming up to crossroads, and I think you are deciding to embrace this with enthusiasm rather than sitting in a place of fear. Let's just have a look, right? Let's just consider this. In the environment, Taurus, we have the Emperor. You may be communicating with the head of a company, okay? Could be about relocation, could be an estate agent, could be somebody dealing with the land. You could be looking at communicating with an Aries for some of you. This is someone who is a little set in their ways. Make sure, Taurus, they don't push you in the direction that they want you to go in, or they don't try to persuade you to take on board something because it benefits them. You're deliberating here. You're almost saying to this person, well, let me just think. Let me just think. I'm not going to be persuaded if it's not really right for me. In your hopes, guys, 3 of Pentacles, hoping to work in partnership with someone, also hoping, Taurus, that you can juggle money in order for this transition to go smoothly. And the outcome, my lovely Taurians, guys, 5 of Swords. Taurus, this is you thinking, oh, maybe not, maybe not. This is a lot to deal with. This is going to take a lot of courage. Taurus, there's a sense of you thinking, I'm going to do this. It might be quite exciting. I'm going to stay positive. I'm going to stay enthusiastic about this. I know change is needed. But then when you actually delve deeper, it's as if you're thinking, oh no, oh my goodness, yeah, oh no, okay, this is feeling a bit scary now. This is feeling real now. Taurus, don't jump ship because it's different, because it's new, because you're going to have to step outside your comfort zone. It's unfamiliar to you. Just consider it, is what I'm hearing. Just consider it. Okay, guys. Clarification for you, the Wheel of Destiny. The divine is pushing you onto a new cycle, Taurus. I'm hearing whether you like it or not. Okay. The Queen of Swords. This might be you reacting to a message from a Queen of Swords. It might be the Queen of Swords has said to you, okay, Taurus, well, I have to shift my life in a different direction. Are you going to do the same? Or this person could be saying, unless you make changes in your life, move out of what might have been a bit of a stagnant energy, I'm going to take this course of action. This is someone very straight talking. And this might scare you, Taurus. This, for instance, guys, if you're confused, could be you. You might have lived in your house for the last 40 years. And this is your elder daughter who is saying, okay, mum, can't afford to stay where I am anymore. I'm going to have to come and live with you. And this is you thinking, well, I love my daughter, but I don't really want my daughter to come and live at home with me. This could be an older daughter who's struggling a little bit with her finances. This is you thinking, okay, unless I shift out of this rigid, I am staying where I am, she's going to come and live with me, land herself on me. And to be honest, you two may not have always got on. You might be thinking, oh, you know, I love my daughter, but it's going to be a disaster. It could be something like that. Someone's putting pressure on you, telling you that they are maybe about to make a big move, or they have no choice but to take a course of action. And this is you, Taurus, thinking, well, they may not do that if I make changes to my situation. If I move, I could help this person out financially. Whatever this is, Taurus, the Queen of Swords is the reason why you are considering this change. Let's have a look at the Emperor. Temperance. Temperance. Taurus, this is someone who up until now has said to you, there's plenty of time, Taurus. It's okay. A little bit my way or the highway. A little bit, well, Taurus, don't feel pressurized by the Queen of Swords. Or this could be an Emperor who's saying to you, yes, you are considering making a change, but make sure it's right for you. Don't do this because somebody else is putting pressure on you, or don't feel, Taurus, as if you have to undertake this massive life change in the next few months. They may be saying to you, Taurus, you've got plenty of time. But contrary to that, guys, this could be an Emperor who you are connected to, okay? This could be someone who is saying to you, you've coasted for too long, now you have to make this big decision. And this is you just feeling a bit nervous. Okay. Oh, gosh, the devil. Temperance and the devil. Yeah. Capricorn energy, Sag energy. Whatever this is, Taurus, what you are realizing is time is a wasting, right? You've got to get moving. You've got to get exploring. You've got to at least consider this. I feel the main energy is you deciding that you have to blow up what has been a really stagnant situation. It could be, Taurus, you didn't want to look at this before. If you're linked to the Emperor likes to be in control. It could be the two of you wanted to stay put if you are linked to the Emperor, okay? But what you're realizing now is you feel the ground is shifting beneath your feet, and you're starting to feel, if you don't make changes of your own accord, the universe is going to do it for you, and it might be worse. It might be even more uncomfortable. It might even be a bit shocking. It's almost as if you're trying to prevent a tower here. Interesting, guys. So let's have a look, Taurus, at the Queen of Cups and the Hermit. You may be feeling emotional about this. You could be thinking of a water sign queen. You could be thinking of a Virgo. You're doing some soul searching, Taurus. You're doing some soul searching about what is going to make you happy. You're also not thinking a year ahead, Taurus. You may be thinking 10 years ahead. You may be thinking 10 years ahead. Judgment. Wow. This is you recognizing that it's time to make a very serious decision, Taurus. It's time. I think you've been delaying this, 5 of Cups. This can be a sense of guilt, remorse, regret. I think you have been simply in your head, not really wanting to face this, but realizing it was inevitable, is what I'm hearing. You're sat in nostalgia, thinking about the past. Thinking about the past, my lovely Taurians. Thinking maybe about a child or children. Okay. So Taurus, here we have you. You might have gone through a bit of a heartbreaking situation in the past. It could be there were issues in your marriage, or it could be you actually got divorced. It may be, Taurus, that you might have, in the nicest sense, dug your heels in a little bit because you didn't want to face a change. But what you're recognizing now is there are signs from the universe that unless you do, the tower's going to fall. Unless you do, this Queen of Swords is going to take a very impulsive action that you may not like. And I think to prevent you feeling really uncomfortable, you're deciding to sort of look outside the box. You're deciding to explore. You're deciding to check out options. So let's have a look at the Seven of Cups. Ace of Cups. You know you want to sit in self-love. You know, Taurus, that you don't want to be in a harsh environment, or you don't want to put yourself under too much stress. Yes, but you are embracing the Magician, Virgo, Scorpio, Gemini. You are embracing looking at things differently. And I'm hearing just deciding to get out there and see what's available. Yes, Knight of Wands, you're on the move. You're on the move. Okay. Is there anything you are particularly worried about, guys? Four of Cups. What you're worried about, Taurus, is if you don't, there could be a situation that makes you unhappy that unfolds. And it might be quite soon. And it's something to do with this Queen of Swords who's being very blunt. I have to move into a new cycle. I've got no option, Taurus. Sorry, Taurus. And this is you feeling all jittery. Okay, well, before you do, let me see what I can do. Let me look at my options. So, guys, in the immediate future, Two of Pentacles. You may be saying to an Emperor, I don't know if I want to do this. You may be saying to an Emperor, I'd have to juggle money. Or this could be the Emperor saying, you know, Taurus, now is the time. We've been keeping ourselves stuck. The energy of the Devil and Temperance is sort of, we've been obsessed with just coasting, keeping our fingers crossed, or I know you've been obsessed with just coasting. Time for action, Taurus. Come on now. And this is you thinking, oh my goodness, okay, all right. If I have to do it, I have to do it. And again, it is you trying to prevent a tower. This is you trying to prevent a challenging situation that might relate to a Queen of Swords. Now we have all the other signs on the board, guys. Most of the other signs, okay? Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. We have Capricorn. We have Sagittarian energy here. Most other signs on the board. Archangel Michael, when do we have the Two of Pentacles and the Emperor for Taurus? Thank you, Michael. Okay, I'm hearing mid-July. Mid-July, in a month's time. I'm hearing someone say, I think this is you, Taurus, is there any other way? Is there any other option? Do I have to really consider this? Do I have to really look at this? And I think this Emperor is saying, yes, Taurus. Yeah, it's time. I think he's trying to take control of the situation here. What he's saying is, this has become toxic because we, or you, have just coasted. Let's have a look at what this Emperor is saying to you. What is the Emperor telling you here? Eight of Cups. It's time to move. It's time to consider a change. This Emperor is talking about taking action here, Taurus. And you're there thinking, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. All right. Okay, the Fool. It's time for us to just go for it. It's time for you, Taurus, maybe, to consider something very different. To think about a different lifestyle. Gosh, this feels so similar to the Virgo reading. What else is this Emperor saying? High Priestess. This Emperor isn't saying much else, Taurus, but if you have water in your chart, primarily Pisces or Cancerian energy, he knows that you know he's right. He knows that you know he's right, okay? What else is this Emperor saying? You know the truth, Taurus. You know the truth. Whoever this Emperor is saying to you, Taurus, unless you, I'm hearing release this, unless you surrender to what is needed here, there's going to be a problem. It's going to be a big problem. All right. What is he saying? Yeah, Taurus, you know the truth. You are the Empress. So you may be talking to someone you're very close to, or this could be your husband. It could be your husband, Taurus, is saying to you, look, I know we've had marital issues in the past, but you have to embrace change. You have to move into a really flexible, let's just see what happens type of energy, and you haven't. And unless you do, there's going to be a big problem. Now, Taurus, if you're much younger, this could be you having a conversation with parents even. It could be you've got an issue with the Queen of Swords. It could be this is a sister of yours you don't get on with, and she's saying, okay, Taurus, I'm going to have to come and live with you unless you make a change. And this is you thinking, well, I love my sister, but we're completely different people. And you want to avoid any clashes, right? Any clashes of personality, any problems going forward. This Emperor is sort of nudging you. He's nudging you, Taurus. Yes. Yeah, could be an understatement. He is nudging you. He's communicating with you. Come on, Taurus. Come on, Taurus. And he may even be standing his ground. 7 of Wands. Wow. Whatever this is that you are or have been considering, you really did not want to consider this before. But it's almost as if he's cracking the whip now. He's putting his foot down. Come on, Taurus. Come on, Taurus. You've got to accept this. You've got to open up to this. Page of Wands, he may be talking to you about a child who might have done something impulsive, or he may just be a bit cross, Taurus. Come on, stop deliberating. We need to get things moving here. You don't have a choice, Taurus. Unless you want the tower to fall, unless you want this Queen of Swords to be very angry, you are going to have to make a change. Oh, guys, what are you saying to him? Well, I'm thinking about it. I'm getting a lot of stuttering here. I'm thinking about it. I'm hearing it's not good enough. Oh, my goodness, Taurus. I'm hearing it's not good enough. What are you considering here? Taurus, you're considering saying a flat no to this Emperor. No, don't want to do it. No, sorry, don't want to do it. Okay. The Star. Taurus, there may be issues with an Aquarian woman. You may think, oh, to hell with it, I'm cutting her out of my life. Yeah, no. It may be, Taurus, you don't want to see the truth. You might have been sat in denial. The truth may well be to heal the situation or to bring balance to a situation, you're going to have to give a little bit. Release an old cycle, maybe. And of course it's scary, guys, because nobody likes change. It is scary. It is unsettling, particularly for an earth sign, right? And I get it. I understand that. But this is you recognizing that this Emperor is right, but not wanting to face it. Not wanting to face it. The Hanged Man. But Taurus, the truth is, I'm hearing so clear. The truth is so clear. You will have to sacrifice something in order for peace and calm and healing in a connection, in a family dynamic, in a partnership. Something is going to have to give here. You haven't wanted to recognize it before, but what your understanding here is he's right. You know he's right, Taurus. Somehow. Yeah. 9 of Swords. You might have been trying to prevent this from happening. You might have been trying to keep positive about this. But what you're realizing now is you've come to Crossroads. You have to choose a direction. What the Emperor is saying is, Taurus, you cannot continue doing what you've always done, or you cannot continue carrying on down this path you've been walking because it's not serving you anymore. There's an issue that needs to be resolved. This Queen of Swords seems to be putting pressure on you. If things don't change, Taurus, if there's no change here, I'm sorry, I'm going to move in a new direction, or I'm going to land myself on you, and it's not going to be pleasant. You may feel pushed into a corner, Taurus. You may feel, oh, I really don't want to have to deal with this. But you're recognizing the truth. What is the energy between you two? Yeah, you guys have been dragging your heels. What the Emperor is saying is, Taurus, you have held back, or we have held back from doing what we need to do because you felt very uncomfortable in making this change. He's almost sympathizing with you. I'm so sorry, Taurus. I know you don't want to do this. I know that this isn't ideal for you, but we've been obsessed with just coasting here, but things are changing rapidly around us, or things are changing rapidly around you, and unless you give, unless you surrender, there's going to be some kind of tower moment, and you can feel that, Taurus. I think you've been aware of that deep down for quite a while. So guys, whatever this is, you have been fearing closing out a cycle with the energy of the world. You have been fearing closing out some kind of cycle that has felt comfortable for you, that has given you a sense of stability. What you're hoping with the Three of Pentacles is that in the nicest sense, somebody else takes over, somebody else has to sacrifice. Because you may feel cornered, Taurus. This is you desperately looking around. Is there anyone else to help? Is there anyone else that can do this? Do I really have to do this? The Empress saying, yeah, Taurus. Yeah. And it's something to do with the Four of Wands and a difficult message of truth. It could be a difficult message of truth about a house, a home. Somebody may be moving. Okay. And with the Six of Swords, you are considering the future. Your Emperor is saying, we or you need to move to calmer waters. We need to sort this out, or you need to accept this. But the final card, Taurus, is the Five of Swords. I'm hearing again, is there any other way? You really don't want to do this, Taurus, whatever this is. This is you tempted to sabotage this, to hell with it. Nope, not doing this, not doing this, nope. Let's have a look at the Five of Swords. Archangel Michael, tell us about the Five of Swords. Nine of Cups, okay. Taurus, this is you, folding your arms and looking at this Emperor saying, nope, 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 nope. I am going to sit in the Nine of Cups. I'm going to stay in the Nine of Cups. What is the Emperor saying? We have to embrace change, or you have to consider looking at this from somebody else's perspective, is what I'm hearing. What else is the Emperor talking to you about? My lovely Taurians, okay. The family stability, family money, the fact that you or he or both of you have been sat on the Ten of Pentacles. I almost feel this is to do with your stability, maybe a property, Four of Wands. And you have this Queen of Swords who's putting pressure on you, saying, Taurus, just so that you know, the massive changes in my life, I know you're not going to like it, but I'm going to have to change direction. And you know it's going to affect you. What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? Okay, Seven of Pentacles. You may be looking at past mistakes. If it's anything to do with a family member or someone you care about, Queen of Swords, there might have been a situation in the past, Taurus, that wasn't balanced, wasn't right. She might have ended up with a short straw. And this is you thinking, well, yes, but that was a while ago, or well, but yes, I thought we sorted this out. Well, not really. because this Queen of Swords is sort of standing her ground. And this is you again feeling as if you might not have any other option. Tell us about the Seven of Pentacles. Tell us about the past mistakes. The Death card, okay. There might have been a past mistake with a Scorpio, or the past mistake, Taurus, was closing out a cycle from the past that was heartbreaking and sort of brushing the issue under the carpet a little bit. Oh, I'm sure we can mend this. I'm sure the Queen of Swords is going to be okay. I'm sure the Queen of Swords will get back on her feet. I'm sure the Queen of Swords doesn't really need my or our help, right? What you're recognizing is she's now going through it, and she has come to crossroads, and she's saying to you, I can't do this anymore. I'm going to have to land myself on you, or I'm going to have to move into your house, or something has to change. And what you're realizing is jig is up, okay? Jig is up. You're going to have to reopen what might have been a painful chapter from the past to truly mend this. This is the equivalent, Taurus, of you dabbing a bit of antiseptic on a very deep wound and saying to a patient, okay, you're done now. It's all going to be fine. Yeah, don't worry, it'll heal. But the patient now has come back to you. The wound has become infested because it wasn't dealt with properly in the past. The wound needed stitches, right? And you just put a bit of antiseptic on it, slapped a plaster on it. This is the Queen of Swords coming back to you saying, this has got worse. Or because this was sort of brushed under the carpet in the past, it's caused me a lot of problems. And this is you having to face the truth, guys. What is the Emperor saying to you about this? Yeah, it's time to really look at this again. We're going to have to reopen the chapter again, Taurus. We're going to have to really work on this. Because I'm hearing this isn't going to get better, it's going to get worse. Okay. The Chariot. There could be a situation with a Cancerian here, or with the energy of the Chariot. What the Emperor's saying is, for victory and success, Taurus, you have to change, or you have to move, or you have to release your grip on an old cycle that has been causing us, or we, or everyone to feel stuck. And up until now, Taurus, you really didn't want to look at it. But remembering, guys, we are clarifying the Five of Swords. You may still say no. So, Taurus, what are you going to do? Are you going to relent? Are you going to say, no, really don't want to do this? The Queen of Pentacles. Taurus, you're thinking about your stability, your finances, your home, right? This is you, Taurus, saying to the Emperor, I've got to think about my stability going forward. I know the Queen of Swords isn't very happy. I know the Queen of Swords is putting pressure on me here, but really don't want to do this. I'm thinking about my stability going forward. The Emperor saying, look, we or you are sat on the Ten of Pentacles. This is actually the Emperor saying this is a little bit of overindulgence, Taurus. He's either calling you out, or he's saying, I have to admit the truth to myself as well. If this is a couple situation, we can't continue to sit in the Nine of Cups. We can't, because the Tower's going to fall. So what are you going to say to this Emperor, guys? Knight of Swords. Taurus, you're not going to be very happy. I mean, this is you and the Emperor having a bit of an argument. Okay. What is the Emperor saying to you? Unless you give in, unless you allow this change, there's going to be a very painful ending and someone's going to feel betrayed. Tell us about the energy of the Emperor. What's going on underneath with the Emperor? Nine of Wands. Taurus, he doesn't know what else to do. He doesn't know what else to say. I'm hearing he's losing patience. He's losing patience. So what is the outcome, Taurus? Are you going to say okay, reluctantly? Five of Wands. Wow, Taurus, you're really fighting against this. This is you saying to this Emperor, I'm conflicted. I'm so conflicted. I'm angry about this. I feel as if you're putting pressure on me here. One more card for my lovely Taurians. Oh, guys, this feels a wrench for you. The problem is, you know he's right somehow. You know he's right. The Queen of Wands. You may talk to a Queen of Wands about this. Could be another family member. It could be you're asking another family member to help out. What is this Queen of Wands energy? Yeah, she's saying, I can't do it. Sorry, I'm sat in the Ten of Wands. I can't do it. I can't help you here. This might have been the only other option. Well, let's see if another family member can help, or let's see if somebody else can lend us a helping hand here. So is that it, Taurus? Are you going to say no? I mean, this is you having an argument with the Emperor. Really don't want to do this? The Emperor saying, unless you do, maybe the Queen of Swords is going to sit in the energy of the Ten of Swords. There's going to be a painful ending. Six of Pentacles. He's talking to you about an unequal give and take situation that might have been going on, Taurus, for a very long time. What he's saying is, it's necessary now, because I or we or you have got to a situation where unless this previous heartbreaking situation is properly managed, the Tower is going to fall. The Queen of Swords is going to feel betrayed. You have to do this. Do we have a final card for my lovely Taurians? Guys, Justice. I think, Taurus, you will reluctantly agree, reluctantly, because you know that a situation has to be balanced out. It has to be balanced out properly. It may be the Emperor is saying we have to bring justice to a Queen of Swords. She could be a Libra female, okay? I think you are going to agree to this, Taurus, but you're not going to be happy. What is the advice from the divine? What is the advice from Source, Archangel Michael? The Four of Swords, yeah. Taurus, what Archangel Michael's saying is, once this situation is fully healed, you can relax. But you will have to agree to this if you don't want to face either a very angry Queen of Swords, or if you don't want to face, I'm hearing the wrath of the Emperor. Okay. Yeah. Taurus, I think this is you agreeing. You're not going to be happy, but I think eventually you will agree. Okay, guys? All right. An interesting reading. Let me know if this resonated for you, but let's see what the universe has to say. Here we go. Just seen 4444 on the clock. The Archangels are supporting you, Taurus, at this time. And 4 is about stability as well. Okay. New world. There we go. Open the door to the new, Taurus. Stop hanging on to the old. There's a whole lot of fresh opportunities awaiting you if you just take a chance. Go and explore, Taurus. I saw somebody packing up a car. You could be looking at properties. You could be looking at moving. Okay. You are looking at other options because for some reason it is the only way to placate the Queen of Swords and to prevent some kind of Tower moment. All right, guys. So, my lovely Taurians, I'm leaving it there. Take care of you. And of course, I'm sending love and light your way. And many blessings, Taurus. Bye now.